Maulik Patel sir from SLTS has been pioneer in Indian laser solution. What lessons have you learned about scaling a homegrown laser business in a competitive environment?
Uh, Very interesting and important question which you asked. So, mostly India has always been a competitive market. There was a lot of dominance of imports, and it's still there. It's a growing country. When it comes to India, it's very important that serviceability of the products. Where we come in as a SLTL, we have always made sure that whatever products we are building are high quality, high standard to the global standard, which has actually put us into a forefront of not only just being as an Indian company, that an Indian company can also manufacture products to the world class. Secondly, it's also important to scale up when it comes to Indian ecosystem, as Mr. Aldas mentioned, that India is more of a growing country, and where infrastructure is playing a role. That is the reason the sheet metal industry or the laser marking, cutting or welding, these are three major product lines which are on the growth trajectory. In all of these, when it comes to the growth trajectory, it's important to have quite a good alignment with end users. Without having a good alignment with end users, you are just playing in blind. So we have actually done a really good progress when it comes to an understanding about end user, because we call it as global, staying global, but acting local.
Very nice new terminology arises here, local. And Elder sir, what are the key challenges? Because Tunia and you are here. So one question that what is the role to customer education? Because once you go to the market, there are so many awareness is required for particular applications, and after sales service play also expanding adoption in laser system in India. So what role do customer education you believe?
Well, I would like to go to explain you about the role of customer education. I would like to take back to you in 1990s or 1989, I would say, when laser as a technology was considered as a very, very high-end technology. The equipments which are built were on, I have not even seen those systems, but I know a little bit on that. Some punch card system was there. I don't know what the heck was that, or kind of a floppy disk. I really don't know about that, but I've heard stories about it. That it was supposed to be programmed and stuff like that. And then the computer era came in, so which I am aware about, which was more of a keyboard and mouse era which started. But still there were floppy disks and things were evolving. So when SLTL started its first journey with diamond processing lasers, the users were so much scared about the laser touching the diamond, because if something goes wrong, it's a catastrophic, I would say a huge loss which a customer would be facing. When it comes to that, and who's going to be the operator? The operator used to be a engineer. There was a scarcity of engineers. So as SLTL, we had to educate our customers, train their employees to make sure that they are able to understand what a computer is. How does it work? We tried and made sure that we make it as simple as possible for an operator to use that particular ecosystem, and that was the revolution point when it comes to SLTL's journey in terms of diamond processing. Similar philosophy we have applied in our ecosystem when it comes to sheet metal or laser marking or laser welding kind of solutions, or micro machining solutions. In a very simplified term, we call it as an iPhone philosophy. I keep telling people that we try and make a product in such a way that you do not need to train, at least in today's era, because now everybody uses a phone, specifically a smartphone. So you make a product in such a way where you don't need to open up a manual to understand where is X button and Y button, right? You figure it out. At least if an owner is able to operate a machine, that means the job is done. So an earlier era when it comes to education was different. Today's era when it comes to education is different.
Field of laser technology. which will be going to means ultra fast, and that we already discussed. So what you see the next generation within 5 year timeline, what will be the next technology for the market? Like we are discussing about welding and so many things. So what you see?
So one is on the application side and second is on the laser side. So as sir rightly mentioned that laser side, ultra fast laser, femtosecond lasers, and when it comes to specific fiber lasers, then the power is going higher and higher. So the demand for early days, starting first 1 decade of fiber laser was completely on 1, 2, and 3 kilowatts. The second decade is like absolutely exponential. We're not even talking about 3 kilowatt, which is obsolete now. We're talking about 30, 60, probably 100 or some odd kilowatts. So as the lasers are becoming on the both directions, one is on the high power side and second is on the micro machining side, which is femtosecond and photosecond or micro machining applications. Both direction, when it comes to application, 3D printing is definitely on the rise. Both either it's powder bed or a metal bed, wire bead based 3D printing, or even when I talk about sheet metal, it has taken over the entire industry as a storm. Early days, fiber laser or a CO2 laser was supposed to be considered to cut material up to 10 mm mild steel or let's say 25 mm 1 inch mild steel or a stainless steel. Today it is taking over plasma and oxyfuel, and it's on the verge that plasma and oxyfuel will be obsolete and probably laser will be a new normal. So technology wise, if I talk about lasers, yes, it's going in both directions. On the macro side as well as on the micro side, both sides it's going exponential and it's disrupting a lot of different technologies.